right. How you guys doing? So I specialize in helping individuals and organizations to navigate seismic change. I guess that connects to the earthquakes. So, and one of the biggest changes is the arc of our lives. So nobody told you when you were in kindergarten that you were going to have this big chunk of education, then this big chunk of work, then this big chunk of leisure in the period formerly known as retirement. And this construct came about back when we shifted from an agricultural to an industrial society. And we're going through the same type of shift to a digital society, but in a blindingly short period of time. And the impact on a variety of different industries is that they're becoming unbundled. So I used to work in the magazine business just like Quentin. Along came the combination of technology and globalization, turned that on its side and blew it to bits. And as Quentin said, that's bad. And so the result is that new players can come in and can dominate. And so there's only one Amazon, one Facebook, and so on. And so what this is affecting a wide range of different industries, from the media business to transportation. And I believe that one of the next industries that's going to become unbundled, that's going to become disrupted, is higher education. Well, why is this? It's because the arc of our lives is changing. And what's happening to industry after industry is that they've gone from healthy pyramid that is small, niched, local, and focused, all the way up to big multinational organizations and everything in between. And the combination of technology and globalization has evaporated the middle. That is, there aren't any more mid-sized companies. Only 3 tech companies have gone public this year. So what happens instead is, I call it the fat bottom world. There's a huge amount of innovation at the bottom, where people can innovate. That's why we have so many startups. That's why we have so many incubators and accelerators. It's because innovation is happening increasingly at the bottom. I use the analogy of sea turtles. So the mother sea turtle crawls up on the beach. She lays 10,000 eggs. The eggs hatch. They start to crawl down the beach, and it's bugs and sun and birds, and only a small percentage of those sea turtles actually reach the water. And so what we need to start to understand how we can adapt the way that we approach work and think differently so that more and more sea turtles can reach the water. And so I use this disruptive change to talk about the underpinning as to why we work. What is work all about? What are jobs all about? I took this picture from the back of a bicycle when I was doing a lecture series for the New Zealand government. So the question as to why we work, well, let's understand what jobs are. We know from our work with a book called What Color Is Your Parachute, the world's most popular career manual with 10 million copies in print, that there's 7 different components. And because jobs are becoming unbundled, that is, the combination of technology and globalization are breaking them apart, I'm going to focus specifically on the 2 most important things that you bring to the job. That's your skills, what you can do, and your knowledges, what you know. So why does somebody pay you for work? What is paid work? An employer or hirer has problems. They've got a series of challenges. They need tasks performed to solve each one of those problems, and then you use what you know and what you can do to be able to perform those tasks. And increasingly, as technology is taking a variety of different tasks, it's evaporating a bunch of the characteristics of what we thought of as jobs. So the message is not to slash your wrists. I'm actually going to tell you there's a variety of different strategies to be able to adapt in these disruptive times. I'm going to give you 4 of them. So the first is that we need to focus more and more on developing the skills that use our brains, our creativity, and that are also unique tasks, because it's the repetitive ones and the ones that take less analytics that the robots and software are going to take down in the bottom corner. So we want to move to that magic quadrant. It turns out this also maps to the skills that you love and that you're really good at, because we're trial and error machines. We'll keep on trying over and over again if we're using the skills that we enjoy using the most. So it's really, really important that we also think about the way that we turn that 3 boxes model on its side, and we start to think of ourselves as lifelong learners, lifelong workers, and as Jenny was saying, lifelong play as well, and be proactive about it. The 4th strategy is what I call a portfolio of work. Everything from a day job to working on your startup on the side, more and more entrepreneurial thinking as to how we're continually floating to be able to create value and to find new opportunities to be able to solve problems. So our opportunity, I'm not too worried about all of you in Silicon Valley because you're entrepreneurial thinkers. It's important that you also help others to think entrepreneurially. And if we change a lot of the underpinnings of our education system, of the way that we have flexible environments for work, we can not only help ourselves to be able to navigate disruptive times, but to help others to thrive. Thanks.